Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I am Rosemary Guinness, and I am the leader of Group 2. Tonight, we will discuss about two topics, but first, we will tackle first the first topic, which is consumers and the diffusion of innovation. So, let's start. The innovation, film-oriented definition. Product is new to the company. Second is product-oriented definition. It is continuous, dynamically continuous, and discontinuous. Market-oriented definition, it is based on consumers' exposure. Last is consumer-oriented definition. Consumer judges it as new. The innovation has five product characteristics. First is relative advantage. Second, compatibility. Third, complexibility. Fourth is trialability. And last is observability.
Channels of communication: marketer to consumer, consumer to consumer, influential and personal sources. The social system: modern social system accept more innovation, positive attitude towards change, advanced technology and skilled labor force, respect for education and science. Time: purchase time, adapt categories, rate of adoption.
Adoption process, the stages through which an individual consumer passes in arriving at a decision to try or not to try continue using new product. The consumer innovator, the earliest purchase of a new product tend to have higher level of education, social interaction, opinion leadership, venturesomeness, and last, social status. The consumer innovator, interest in product category, opinion leader. Interest in product category is a group of similar products that share related characteristic. Product category marketing focuses on promoting certain. Opinion leader is someone who has mastered a specific market or industry and has established trust within a community as an industry insider or decision maker.
The consumer innovator, social characteristic, demographic characteristic. The consumer innovator, personality, race, perceived race, inventory, use means, purchase, and consumption. Characteristic, media habits. Are there generalized consumer innovator, domain specific versus global innovativeness, technology and innovators.
I'm Crizal Ferrer, and let's proceed to the next topic, which is the cross-cultural consumer behavior, an international perspective. So this is the chapter outline, the imperative to be multinational, cross-cultural consumer analysis, alternative multinational strategies, and the last is the cross-cultural psychographic segmentation. The imperative to be multinational has Globe Trade Agreement, which had a EU or NAFTA, European Union, acquiring exposure to other cultures, and country of origin effects. So this is the world's most valuable brands: Coke, Microsoft, Intel, Disney, McDonald's, Nokia, and Toyota.
Country of origin effects and negative and positive. Many customers may take into the consideration that country of origin of a product. So some customers have animosity toward a country. There are four types of national identity figure: belief figure, cultural homogeneity, ethnocentrism, and national heritage. So first is belief structure. Is used in evidential reasoning approach for multiple criteria decision analysis to represent the performance of alternative option on a criterion. So for example is religions. So there are so many religions in our country. There are Muslims, Catholic, Saksi ni Jehovah, Iglesia ni Cristo, and all. So the next one is cultural homogeneity. It is a sense of pride in one's culture, nationality, and common background with fellow citizens. So for example is the place of Saudi Arabia, Canada, Japan. So the next one is ethnocentrism. It's the attitude that one's own group, ethnicity, or nationality is superior to others. So for example, is the utensils in different culture prepared to use like spoons, forks, knives, and the clothes that they use in everyday. So the next one is national heritage. So the national heritage is a heritage site having a value that has been registered by a governmental agency as being a national importance to the cultural heritage or history of that country. So for example is buildings and monuments, locations such as settlements and gardens or areas such as have a landscape. So for example of the buildings and monuments is like the Divine Mercy in El Salvador City. Cross-cultural consumer analysis. The effort to determine to what extent the consumers of two or more nations are similar or different. So there are the issues of cross-cultural analysis. First is similarities and differences among people. Second is the growing global middle class. Third is the global teenage market. Fourth is the acculturation. Fifth is the greater the similarity between nations, the more feasible to use relatively similar marketing strategies. So the last one is the marketers often speak to the same types of consumer globally. So are people becoming more similar? Yes, because countries are becoming more and more similar because people are able to buy the same products anywhere in the world.
Comparison of Chinese and American cultural traits. Chinese cultural traits centered on Confucian doctrine, submissive to authority and sister worship. Values a person's duty to family and state. American cultural state, individual centered, emphasis on self-reliance, primary faith in rationalism. Values individual personality. Cross-cultural consumer analysis. Issues, similarities and difference among people. The growing global middle class, the global teenage market, acculturation. Growing in Asia, South America, and Eastern Europe, marketers should focus on these markets. There has been growth in an affluent global teenage and young adult market. They appear to have similar interests, desires, and consumption behavior no matter where they live. Marketers must learn everything that is relevant about the usage of their product and product categories in foreign countries. World brands. Products that are manufactured, packaged, and positioned the same way regardless of the country in which they are sold.
Are global brands different? According to the survey, yes. Global brands have quality signal, global myth, and social responsibility. So multinational reacts to brand extensions. A global brand does not always have success with brand extensions. Eastern culture saw fit and accept the brand extensions. Western culture did not see fit.